Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekly reading. This isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. It is Monday, July 14th as I am recording this. We currently have Sun in Cancer, Moon in Pisces. I'm going to be starting out with the Mixed Emotions deck. I have the Wisdom of the Oracle here for the overall energy. And then I'll be using that 90s Tarot to break it down. So let's jump right on in and see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need as it pertains to the collective and the energies surrounding this week. I believe we are going to have Mercury retrograde starting on the 17th, I believe. But let's just see what comes through. Let's get one more. That Capricorn full moon was a big one. But it was, at least for me, I can say that it was, I don't know, it felt really good to just, I mean, all I did, honestly, was just relax. I was in a good space. I took me a salt shower. And yeah, just vibed out with the energy. Well, let's see what we have here. Bottom of the deck, we have love, romantic, which says intimate, passionate, and committed. Up under that, we have unsure, which says uncertain, doubtful, and decisive. And then we have overwhelmed, which says swamped, inundated, and burdened. And then we have discouraged, which says dispirited, disheartened, and deterred. And lastly, we have disgusted, which says revolted, nauseated, and repelled. So whether this is you or someone you're energetically connected to, or it could just be the energy, it feels like, someone is at a crossroads right now with this unsure energy. There could be a choice between, even though the card says love, romantic, it doesn't have to be that. It just refers to, connection. For some of you, it could be a romantic connection. And for others of you, it could just be, platonic, friends, family, whatever the case may be. But it feels like, yeah, someone is needing to make a choice on whether they want to be, like, I don't want to say like be in connection, but, or maybe there is a connection that is more in alignment, because right now the only other choice is like the way that I'm seeing this: overwhelmed, discouraged, and disgusted is out of alignment. And this could even be alignment with yourself, because this unsure, overwhelmed, discouraged, and disgusted makes me feel like, someone is it honestly feels like they've already chose this path, where like I almost feel like the 10 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and just like they're in or within a situation that is just like too much. I'm hearing the words lackluster. Like I almost feel like whatever situation that they're in, it's lacking like some type of oomph, honestly. And with this disgusted card, like they don't like it. For some of them, it could be making them physically sick. There is like no like either they're not feeling like almost inspired or like encouraged within this dynamic, and just feels like there is either a lot that they're doing to maintain, or feeling very overwhelmed with like responsibilities when they just want to be like at peace. For some of you, this unsure is coming through as like the 2 of Swords, where someone doesn't want to look at the reality of their situation, and could also be like trying to block out a connection, whether that's with themselves or with another. But yeah, it feels like there's no, especially with inspired and longing, they're like, this is just like, it makes me feel like unmotivated, uninspired. Like it's giving me an energy of sitting and sulking. But again, it makes me feel like with the longing and the safe card, that whoever's in this energy, they're looking for some type of comfortability. And for some of you, it's like either you or whoever this is, whoever you're energetically connected to, they don't know if they want to be like how can I say, like, and I just said this to my daughter last night. I told her, I said, teamwork makes the dream work. So this person or you could be realizing like how hard it is to like do everything on your own. But it's almost like you're not sure even if you can connect with another on that level. Some of you want that and want to be like, it's like almost like someone wanting the perks of a relationship without like commitment. Like they don't want to be held responsible. And then there's no point. Like let's see what's going on. How's the collective feeling right now? We have exhausted, fatigued, drained, and spent. Yeah, this is just reiterating that energy of, someone trying to do it all alone. Not wanting to ask for help. For some of you, if you are like in relationship with someone, it's almost like you're the one that's doing all of the heavy lifting in the relationship with love at the bottom. And you're tired of like dragging this connection around. or being the only one putting in the effort. Then we have the Curious card, which says interested, fascinated, and inquisitive. Yeah, but you're afraid to see what's out there. You're afraid to, like, I don't understand this. We have afraid and free. Like, some of you don't know what it feels like to be by yourself. It's almost like when you're by yourself, things are very, like, it's almost like, what's the word? The only word that's coming to mind right now is chaotic when you're by yourself. Like, almost like someone that has trouble sitting with themselves. Can I get one more, please? Yeah. Then we have resentful, which says indignant, offended, and bitter. Yeah. Then we have disgusted, which says revolted, nauseated, and repelled. I'm going to get one more because this resentful energy could be you, or it could be, you know, like someone, like I'm getting this more so if you are in a relationship with someone who is just very, like, domineering, controlling. I'm hearing the word disrespectful to you. Can I get one more, please? It's a feminine energy. Too many. Yeah, this is like a feminine energy who is just like never happy. It's almost coming through as like a Queen of Swords reversed. Like someone who uses their words to cut. Yeah. For some of you, you're like afraid of this person. This could definitely be someone you're in a relationship with or connected to. It could be a friend. Bottom of the deck, we have shy, which says timid, hesitant, and reserved. Yeah, like you're scared to be free, like away from this person with shy and confidence. I'm disappointed. Like you don't like, but there's like nothing left in the situation. I can't even say that there's love there, because anybody that will act like this towards you or you them. And keep in mind, feminine energy doesn't have to mean woman. It could be a man just in their feminine energy. Like there are bitter men out here. This could be like an angry ex for some of you. And if that's the case, they're seeing you like in a relationship with another person. And it's almost like they could even be like working themselves tirelessly, trying to like get information on this person. And if you're not in relationship with someone, you would be this Queen of Swords reverse. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's feminine energy. And you can be, inquiring about, someone that you used to be in connection with, inquiring about them, looking at them. It's almost like if that's the case for you, you're like wondering why they're not mad or like almost it's almost in a way like throwing you off as to why they're not in this energy. Let's see where we at. And for some of you, it's almost like you want to approach, but you're lacking the confidence because there's almost like a fear of being rejected. So some of you could be contemplating on if you want to just let this go, or wondering if all hope is lost. I almost said all hope is love, but wondering if all hope is lost, or you're feeling like that, but it's really just you lacking the confidence to approach this person. I get one for resentful. I get another one, please. Because I can feel some of you asking. Yeah, we have stressed out here. So for some of you, if you're in a relationship with this person, they stress you the fuck out, like clear as day. It's almost like for some of them, they do it intentionally with creative at the bottom. But for others of you, if you're not in the situation and you're like, for whatever reason, being inquisitive about someone that, they could have even separated themselves from you. They're like, you're like, how can I say, like your anxiety is on 10 in regards to this person, because it's almost like you could be wondering what they're doing with the stressed and creative card, and because you don't know, like it's like you can't figure it out. Some of you are assuming they're in another connection, but it's almost like you got your own shit over here to be worried about with this exhausted card. Like, you can't be worried about other people and you not good. Like, yeah, we have trust coming out. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have regretful. Yeah, so for some of you, a lot of you, I feel like even more strongly, the energy is coming through as if you're not in a relationship. For some of you, that relationship storyline still applies. But if you're not in a relationship with anyone and, you're going through, like, I guess what you could say as trial and tribulation, yeah, because some of you, it's almost like you're mad at yourself. And this stress is your energy. With regretful, hateful, and peaceful, you've like you've lost your peace, or someone that brought you peace, and it's due to, it's like someone is like, whoever this energy is, I'm just gonna say it's masculine, has been dragging around trust issues. And for some of you, it caused you a connection that you regret heavily. And it's almost like for some of you, you could even be angry at this person that, either walked away from you, or, you walked away from them, or both of y'all just left each other alone. because they're in this peaceful energy and you don't have that. Yep. You moved with a lot of ego and look where it left you. Proud and unfulfilled. So for some of you, you could be looking to make a, or wanting to like reconnect with a respectful card to relieve you of this, like, because I can feel the pressure, but your hands are tied. It's almost like this is someone who's gotten them, like, has gotten themselves wrapped up in so much shit that I don't want to say that you can't come back to this person, but you'll be like almost disrupting their peace by trying to come in while you still have all of that, all of whatever you have going on. Alright, bottom of the deck we have Message in a Bottle. And it's a card that normally speaks to, communication. Because it's water on this card, at least for me as a reader, it could be a message coming, by way of water, in the way that, it's some type of emotional communication. This could be a phone call. Being that it's in a bottle, like, it could come unexpectedly for some of you. And I never even noticed the hearts on there in the bottle. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's hearts in the bottle. So like I said, just some type of expression of, love, care, but it's emotional. It's something that, whoever is giving this message has been holding on to, almost like contemplating. But then with the higher power, for some of you, they could be guided to reach out. Up under that, we have Not For You. And then we have Round and Round with Regeneration. And that makes me feel like for some of you, especially with this Not For You, it almost feels like I almost feel like someone that like has a need to like play games or like mind games for some reason. So, and it's almost like the cards are being guided, like, or they're being guided by, spirit or a higher power to stop contemplating and reach out, but do it from a place where you're not going to, how can I say, like, where, like, because it almost feels like these games are needed. If you need to or you want to reach out to someone, do it genuinely, do it authentically, because you playing these games is going to lead you right back into the same cycle, round and round. Where with regeneration, that's what needs to be broken. This cycle of, like trying to like be strategic. That's not for you. It's like you're almost using your mind for what it's not made for by doing that. Like you're like you don't need to manipulate or like strategize doing this. Either you're gonna do it or you're not. There's no strategy that's needed, is because that's what it makes me feel like. Because you know, chess is a game of strategy. Like this person could be trying to outwit each other, and it's almost like even with a higher power, spirit is trying to show them like this is what leads you into repeating cycles, trying to like outmaneuver the situation. And for some of you, it leads to detriment with this round and round and regeneration. Like you always have to like continuously start over, you know, like but it's like this is all you see, all that glitters. Like you're enticed by like shiny things, and the shiny, at least for me, like the shiniest thing you can have, the most precious piece of gold, jewelry, anything you can have, it's not even physical, it's your mind. That's why the key is on the mind. That's your most precious gem. Because by you being like enticed by like how things look or having a lot of material things, that's where the conflict and chaos comes in for you. Because it's almost like there's an attachment to it. So without it, it's almost like you're doing anything you can to get it. But and being in that energy is fucking up your relationships. It's, you know, leaving you feeling, you know, regretful, resentful. It has you doing too much. And for some of you, this message in the bottle is coming from spirit if you are in that energy. And it's almost like I hear spirit saying, no, don't do it like that. Don't do it that way. That's not the way. I mean, you can choose it, but it's like someone is being warned not to like continue a cycle. Can I get one for the overall energy? Because you can't keep, like, what do they say? The definition of insanity is, you know, doing the same thing and expecting different results. We have the Yang card coming out, which is masculine energy. So this is definitely the masculine. Yep. I can't make this shit up, y'all. Like, this shit is almost frustrating me. And look at this. It's frustrating me. But I know, like, everybody is on their own timeline. So I have to calm down. Like, but, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, sugarcoat. I'm not gonna sit here and say things that, you know, you want me to hear. Like, my whole life I've been saying, you know, I've been hearing, like, you know, the shit I say, what I say, even, you know, sometimes how I say it. Like, it stings, but it's not intentional. But this shit is real. Like, it's not a game. And I just, I'm sorry, y'all. But it really just, like, it pains me at a level that it hurts me to watch people going through this when they don't have to. And it's all because they don't see things. They see things one way, and that's it's really sad. Like it's really sad, and it hurts. I hate witnessing, energy like this, because why? Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And in no way am I, knocking anyone's experience, but at some point, do you ever like sit with yourself and be like, yo, I'm tired of going through this shit? Like, when does that point come? Granted, for some people, it may never come because they don't see. I don't know. I don't know if it's something that they don't see. I don't know if it's something that they don't understand. But this is some shit that I will never understand. I will never understand why something, and granted, we all go through traumatic experiences, but to let a certain experience or a certain event have this much power over you, and this is, like I said, I'm not diminishing what anyone has been through. I just am a person who thinks like there's a reason for everything, even if we don't understand it. There's a reason for everything, and there's a way to overcome every situation that may seem like you can't. Because I've been there. I've been in situations where I was like, yo, why is this happening to me? Or why, like, we even get to that point where we blame God and be like, yo, why is God doing this to me? But it takes, some real deep introspection and a look at yourself to be like, yo, God didn't do nothing to me. This was what I needed. If you can't sit in the situation and go through that, man, you might as well just throw in the towel. Like, I hate to say that, but it's true. Like, you might as well just give it up. Because but like I said, like I'm gonna, keep it real, because this shit is fucking crazy. Like, I don't get it. You adding more, like, it's like somebody is like adding more fuel to their own fire. Whether if you're in a relationship or not, it doesn't even matter. You're adding more fuel to your fire by either being in something that you don't want to be in, or doing the most in the situation, and then like dragging around, shit from previous experiences that are affecting any new experience that you have. Like, and I'm hearing Britney Spears drive me crazy. Yeah, like this shit is driving somebody. Like, it's driving you crazy, no matter which side of the storyline you're on. And it's like, for what? If you don't want to be with somebody, you don't want to be somewhere, get out of it. Leave. Who cares how they're gonna feel? Because if they were feeling the same way and you were on the other side, they would get up and leave. And if you're separated from someone and you're feeling some type of way, reach out to them. And whatever response, or whether you're afraid of being rejected, like, who cares? You did your part. You tried. You can't be so afraid of rejection. And at least, like, this is just my take. Some people are so afraid of rejection, but they don't. What they're not realizing is that all that fear of rejection is your own ego saying nobody is supposed to not want me. No, if you want you open up the door for other people to want you, but it's because you don't want yourself. You wouldn't want to be with you like that. That's what that's saying. So why would you, like, how can you even expect or fathom somebody else to want that too? Like you make it, we gotta make it make sense. Nobody, and I keep telling people, like, people that truly care about you and that have love for you or that love you are not just gonna walk away and leave you for no reason. There has to be a reason for some, no, like, because then there would be no need. But there has to be a reason why. So when you're on the other side of that and you're the one that's feeling, well, like, okay, this person left me, you're playing out a victim mentality because you don't want to take accountability for what you've done or what you do. So you have to justify it in your head, come up with a story that's like, well, they don't want to talk to me. If I reach out to them, they're gonna reject me. No, you would reject you if you were in that situation, and you're projecting that onto somebody. That's what's happening. Well, let's see what comes out. What's going on? Oh. Can I get one more? Alright, bottom of the deck we have the King of Wands, which is masculine fire energy, which is here. Then we have the Moon. Then we have the Hermit. Yeah, Mars is in Virgo right now. That's what I'm feeling. With these cards here, the masculine energy being Mars, the Hermit being Virgo, but we also have the Moon energy here, which is ruled by Cancer, but it is in Pisces. So then we have a King of Pentacles. What this makes me feel like is there's a masculine energy here who is like almost having to like face their fears with the King of Wands and the Moon. Because with the Hermit and the King of Pentacles, you know, the Hermit is a card of introspection. It's a card of, you know, going within. It's a card of soul searching. So there's some type of emotional fear here for this masculine, that they're being like, it almost feels like it's right in their face, like they're being like it's right there, like they can't deny it, they can't act like they don't see it, whatever the case may be. We just had that full moon, so it's been illuminated, or it is being illuminated right now for this masculine, and it's showing them themselves and how they are like almost sitting or like holding or attached to this King of Pentacles energy. That, you know, the need for, you know, status, that this is like that all that glitters card. But that's where, like, I almost want to say where the wound lies. That's where the conflict is generating from. Because then we have the Three of Wands, which is a card of, you know, expectation. It's a card of your ships coming in. but it's also a card of, it makes me feel like, alignment as well, lining up with what is for you. But then we have the the drill card. So it's almost like this masculine is seeing or being shown. It's almost like they're looking in the mirror, like almost for the first time. And they're seeing this side of themselves where they fight to keep this energy up, to maintain a King of Pentacles almost like image. And it's almost like with the Three of Wands and the drill, like they are showing why they're bringing, like why this is the ship that keeps showing up for them. And it almost feels like it's a lack of self-love with the Ace of Cups. Like they don't want to tap into their emotions. Can I get one for exhausted and trust, please? Exhausted and trust. We got 3. Ooh. Look. We have the Devil, Justice, and the Seven of Swords. And what this makes me feel like is, like this, what this person is dragging around is this devil energy. And it's almost like with the Justice card, they are like carrying around like this devil energy. Like they don't know. It's almost like having like the energy of like having a monkey on your back. But it's almost like they're dragging it around, and with the Justice card, it almost feels like they are, how can I say, like, especially with the Seven of Swords here, they're trying to escape karma. They're trying to evade karma. Because there's the attachment here with the Devil. But it almost feels like with their trust issues, being a part of that baggage that they're dragging around, they know that they need to separate themselves, but it's almost like they don't want to, in a way, like face the consequences. And this is that I can't even get the words out, strategy with the Seven of Swords of how can I, avoid this. It's almost like this person is trying to take the path of least resistance, but that doesn't lead anywhere. At least in my opinion. Like they're looking for the easy way out, but they don't even trust themselves. For some of you, these trust issues came from, like possibly a Capricorn or a Libra with Devil and the Justice here. Like, and I'm almost getting like the energy of like what do they call it? Stockholm Syndrome? Off the bottom. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, because it's almost like someone feels like the only way that they're valuable or feel like they have some type of value is to like be in this energy. For some of them, they present themselves like they're upright, fair, and balanced, but dragging around the devil, this Seven of Swords is what's hidden underneath. Can I get one for curious? We have the Tower coming out for curious. And the Sun, yeah. So like I said, something is being illuminated to this person in a massive way with the Tower and the Sun at the bottom. Leo energy with Scorpio here. And it's almost like whatever you went looking for, like, you know, my mom used to always say to me, like, be careful of what you look for because you just might find it. And that's what I feel like is happening. But you know, it doesn't have to be negative. And it almost feels like this person is finding out where the source of their pain comes from with the Sun and the Three of Swords. And how to move past it via the Chariot. How to bust through like whatever illusion or confusion, which would be this devil energy and this Seven of Swords. Like, I don't like that. Give me one for resentful and stressed. Yeah, we have the High Priestess. And like I said, this is coming out as, you know, a feminine energy, which is now she's here. This is the feminine energy if you're not in connection with someone. And if you are like in a current relationship with someone and this is what is playing out, it's your own intuition showing you like this person is the cause of your stress. But if you're not in a situation, this High Priestess is who like you're feeling this way about. But they've given up on the situation because they're not, this is that Five of Swords, they're not gonna play these games. Their intuition told them like, yeah, this is not for you. With the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, yeah, no. Because a High Priestess doesn't play mind games. She knows. And a High Priestess doesn't come from like a place of lack or like a victim mentality. The two energies can't coexist. And with the Two of Swords and the Ace of Swords, yeah, this person walked away because it's like they weren't afraid of the reality of the situation, where someone tries to act like, you know, this masculine energy tries to act like this Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles isn't there. It clearly is. They don't want to look at the truth. And this is like being in denial with the Two of Swords. Can I get one for love, romantic? Where are we at? Love, romantic. I should have said it because I felt her. The Empress coming out. Yeah. So this is like the feminine energy who is just not afraid to, put in the work, to be committed. They're not someone who is, indecisive. They move forward in a very balanced way. Yes. And that's the Seven of Wands. So that's an energy of, like, this is someone who's gonna, they fight for what they want with the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Wands. This is someone who invests in themselves. That's what I'm getting here as well. With the 7 and the 2 of Pentacles, that makes the 9. They stand their ground with the 7 of Wands as well. Can I get one for this? The Devil, the Justice, and the 7 of Swords. Yep, 2 of Pentacles. So this makes me feel like I said before, this energy, this masculine, it has been trying to like maintain in this energy, but it's with the 7 of Wands here, like it's blocking their blessing with that Ace of Wands. It's creating a challenge. And then with the Tower, we have the 4 of Swords, which is this person realizing like, yo, they need to heal. They need to take a time out and like almost get recalibrated with the 3 of Pentacles. Letting them know, like, and again, the 3 of Pentacles is a part of teamwork, it's a part of collaboration. So this is like, this person is needing to heal the way that either they see connections with others, and it needs to be collaborative in order to create a 10 of Pentacles, something long lasting, to create even legacy. Can I get another one for the Tower, please? And then another one for the Tower. It's a mindset or a mentality that they need to heal from. Yeah. We have the 6 of Wands, which is that forward movement. So this Tower is showing this person the direction in which they need to move with confidence. But again, we have the Fool, and look, this is like Spirit telling them they don't want to listen to it, they don't want to hear it, so they're playing the Fool. But the Fool energy, not in that context. They're needing to, take a leap of faith. And I get one for the High Priestess. They need to release the baggage because the Fool travels lightly. The High Priestess, please. That was the 2 of Swords. Fell on the floor. The High Priestess. Yeah, so we have the 9 of Cups coming out. So for some of you, the way that I'm feeling and seeing this is, for some of you, if you're not in a relationship and you're feeling resentful over this person, is because like they, first of all, they sit as a High Priestess. So they, they're someone who follows their intuition. For some of you, and it's almost like, how can I say this? Like, it's almost like this person could be doing really good. It's like you could see this, if you're a masculine energy, you could see this high priestess, the feminine energy, as getting all that they want. And it's almost like this person has, for some of you with the I don't know her at the bottom, like this person has become unrecognizable to you. But it's because they've, in a way elevated. And they're happy within themselves, for themselves, with this Nine of Cups. Now, for others of you that are in a situation or in a relationship or dealing with someone, your intuition is alerting you like, yo, this person is only out for self. Because the Nine of Cards can be very emotionally selfish. It could be a card of, indulging only for self, like, satisfaction or gratification. And you don't recognize that person either. Like, with the I don't know her card, like, this shit just like, what? Like, And for some of you, you see this high priestess, if you're not in a situation, as your wish come true. It's as something that, something or someone that you want. Because the Nine of Cups is a card of, wish fulfillment. It's being, emotionally content. Give me one more for the high. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most certainly. Most certainly. Yep. We have the Ace of Swords. And for some of you, I hate to keep saying it, but it's here and it keeps showing up. We have the Eight of Swords. It's almost like you can't wrap your mind around this person. For some of you, if you're in a relationship, well, before we get to that, if this is High Priestess, like, you see them as everything you've ever wanted, you're seeing them very clearly. Like, this is not a gimmick. I just heard it's not a gimmick. This is who they are. And some of you are really, like, stressed because of that fact that you lost this person or you're not with this person. But it was because of your own mind with the Eight of Swords. This is a prison of your own making. Now, for others of you that are in a relationship with someone or in connection with someone, you're getting some type of clarity or confirmation that they are, whatever they're doing or how they're treating you, they may even say it like unexpectedly, like unknowingly. Like, I'm only worried about me, or like, I'm only out to get mine. Like something along those lines. They may even say it. And that's what's going to break you free. Because this person is finally saying something truthful. But you've been intuiting it. This is like somebody that's been using you. Or it could be vice versa, you them. But it's almost like there's going to be, like, I almost feel like a slip of the tongue where they're going to say it and it's all going to just become very clear for you. Can I get one for the Empress? Yeah, we have the Three of Cups here, which is a card of reconciliation. It's a card of coming together. It's a card of celebration. And for some of you, this is the type of feminine energy that you want. You're seeking connection with someone who is whole already, but you have to be whole yourself. You don't get an Empress. I mean, you can encounter an Empress, but that's your test to, get you to the level of an Empress or an Emperor, excuse me. So if this is what you want, you know what you got to do. It's time to match this person's energy. Can I get one more for the Empress? Some of you, you really do have a fear of reaching out or reconnecting to this person because you really don't want to be rejected. But whatever the case may be, internally, via the Hermit and the Chariot, your soul is telling you to do this. But if you're gonna prejudge the situation, that's on you. Give me one more for this Empress, please. The Hangman. And we got the Two of Swords at the bottom again. So it's like you're just being still. For some of you, you're just watching this person. You have the enlightenment that you need. You just haven't acted on it. Give me one for the Hangman. It's like you're still hung up on the past. Whatever baggage you have from the past with the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Like you're still holding on to it. And it's holding you up from becoming the Emperor. You can't become an Emperor with all of this baggage. There's just no way. So either you're going to have the courage to drop it and strength to drop it so that you can move forward as the Wheel of Fortune. Or you can pussyfoot with the Knight of Pentacles and just stay like almost in between worlds. Like at the threshold of your own healing with the Star. And having that, you know, that mindset that is defeating you with the Ten of Swords. So let's grab the guidance and advice. What's the guidance and advice here? We have flexible coming out here. Can I get one for flexible? And can I get one for this Yang card? Can you tell me more about this masculine energy? Can I get one for Yang, please? Flexible says, so it says flexible, the essential meanings: teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. The oracle's message: a tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. Thank you, Spirit. The relationship message. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. The prosperity message. Even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be a job you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, or some opportunity that eluded your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself, this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. And the protection message. When you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential, and you find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up your mind and heart. See if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the mirror. Meet in the middle. I said meet in the mirror. Oh my God. Spirit makes a great mediator. And we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, the Six of Cups. And this is the Seven of Cups. So this is actually, and I think I said the Six of Cups for this, but it's like, yeah, you just stay stuck in confusion with the Seven of Cups. You just, yeah, that's just not okay. But you have to be flexible. You have to be willing to move out of like a certain pattern, because that's what I'm getting with the Six of Swords, a certain pattern. But it's like, yeah, this person doesn't want to see things any other way. They don't. They feel stuck in this King of Pentacles energy. Or there's almost like a lack of acceptance for things that have happened in the past. Like they don't want to accept responsibility or accountability. So Spirit is just going to keep giving you more of that. And then look, we have the Ace of Wands coming out for this Yang energy. Yeah, it's almost like this masculine energy is like only goes for stuff because of the thrill, but they don't commit. But something is lighting them up. Something is setting, a fire within them. Give me one for the Ace of Wands, because I feel that as well. Ooh. Can I get one for the Ace of Wands? The Ace of Wands. Yeah, the moon. And death. Their fear of change. That's the fear that they're facing. And it's going to push them out of this and almost towards a Queen of Cups. Or it's going to push them to feel, which is something they don't want to do. So as always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week. I hope it resonated for some of you, and if not, it just wasn't your story, and that's fine. But I will see y'all all on the next one. All right? Later.